Well, I would say the relationship that Sam and Majid have formed and the way it's been so public, that is literally the only thing that's going to save us. Period. That is the only thing. There is no military solution that's going to save us, and there's no situation where not talking is going to save us. And that's what's been so, I think, disheartening about the conversation. It's one thing for Sam to get attacked by people that I think either are insulted by his intelligence or that do have bad intentions or that some may secretly be Islamists or whatever you want to say. That's one thing. But then they see Majid and they start questioning his intentions too. And so Majid, look at the horrible things that a lot of these people call Majid, porch monkey, and there's probably a gajillion other things that are worse than that. And I see this, and this comes from the left. Majid is trying to have conversations to reform. These are the same people who will get outraged. As Sam said this that night, they'll get outraged about the abortion clinic bombing. Okay, forget that. These are the same people who will be outraged about the baker in Indiana that won't bake the gay cake. By the way, if you don't want to give that person business, don't find another, baker. Guess what? There are other bakers that will bake your cake. Which actually is why a lot of this has also made me, even though I always consider myself liberal and really classically liberal, but I have more of a libertarian bent, partly because of how this conversation has just frayed into so many other things. But the people on the left that treat Majid like this, it's like, you wanted Christianity to reform, right? You want it to reform in America because you want gay marriage if you're a liberal or a progressive. You want religion out of things. You've been raging against the Christian right for many, many years. And yet when someone does it, when someone actually does it for Islam, now they're the enemy. And also, the phrase when whoever it was that called him a porch monkey, it's like, wait, why is he Sam's porch monkey? Why isn't it the other way around? You're actually showing your own bigotry when you do that. So what the two of them have done to allow people to have this conversation, that's what I hear more than anything else. The emails that I get, first off, people always credit Sam, so I should probably just be forwarding Sam my fan mail. But what people say is, you're just having the conversation. I am not pretending in any way to have all the answers on this thing. But if we can't even discuss it, then guess what? Stuff is going to keep blowing up, and we're not going to have any of the answers, and good people will start turning to bad answers. And that's what's happening. That's why it's on the left. And this is something where I have a bit of a difference with Bill Maher, because he's talked about how Trump is the fault fully of the right. And I think Sam has said this too, that a lot of this has to do with the left. If the left don't honestly deal with things like Islamism and immigration, you're just going to hand it to people on the right. And we see this all over Europe too. So it's incumbent upon us as liberals and as people with open minds and that care about logic and reason and all that stuff, if we won't talk about this, well, what else should we give? You know what I mean? What else should we give? The same people that don't want you to draw a certain picture, well, they're not okay with gay marriage, so should we not be okay with gay marriage? They're not okay with a lot of the liberal things that we care about. So you can't give them an inch, because guess what? They're not going to stop taking.